All right, so here we got the tier list. We got the top is wins most of the matchups. Second is loses the above matchups but wins the below matchups. In the middle, we got unlikely to win the above matchups, could win them, but most likely beats the below matchups. Then fourth, we got kinda doesn't really do much at the moment. And then at the last one, we got does almost nothing unless you're just lucky.
How to pull your triggers.
Yeah. So, um, where would we put Zorga at? What do you think for Zorga?
I feel like
Okay,
I feel
let's
like he
let's let's try to say who's the best right now. What's the? I feel like that'd be a good start.
yeah, that'd be easier. That'd be easier.
So I feel like you were telling me before, I feel like Baromagnus is definitely probably the
Oh yeah.
best deck in the game. Nobody,
That,
this is a
that's
hot
how I feel
take.
right now.
This is a hot take because probably nobody agrees Baromagnus is the best right now.
Yeah, because personally, I feel like the deck has just enough aggression and just enough control to make it what it is, and that is good.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the only problem decking out, but if you know what you're doing, you're not gonna deck out
Exactly.
and then draw power. But then again, you have utility to draw.
And Baromagnus just on swing, 10 cards in soul draw.
Exactly. So like
I mean, you counterblast and draw, but yeah.
still, the deck is pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
So now let's go Zorga. Let's think
Zorga,
Zorga versus Baromagnus, right?
right. I feel like against Baromagnus, it's not having too great of a time, at least in the perspective of trying to call units from the drop zone.
Right, because they're just gonna get sucked up into Soul, right?
Correct.
And they're just so yeah, he could win.
Yeah.
He has
Like, don't get me wrong,
potential.
I feel like a Zorga deck could beat Baromagnus, but I feel like Baromagnus just kind of has a slightly better matchup just because of the fact that he can just send all the rear guards into the soul.
And we
And that in
definitely
it of itself is just nuts.
we definitely can't say Zorga doesn't do much because he does quite a bit.
Oh
So
yeah, he does. He's a good boy.
I feel like this is a good spot for Zorga.
Yeah.
Hexaorb. Yeah. Good old Hexaorb. Yeah,
Yeah, Hexaorb.
you have to be really lucky with Hexaorb.
You
I
really
mean,
do.
don't okay, when I say lucky, I don't mean hitting triggers lucky.
I
Per,
mean, like, you need the grade 3 so you can consistently persona ride. You need your one grade 1 so you can know what triggers you'll even be hitting
and you
and
need
how
your
to, plan for
pieces.
that.
You just need the pieces. And if you don't get the pieces, you brick. You just lose.
And you need literally every piece.
Yeah, exactly. Like Hexaorb, just think you're riding Hexaorb and you don't have your pieces. What are you doing?
Like, you're able to check the top 3 cards of the deck and move them around. Guess what? You can't put any of those on the bottom. Guess where they're staying? The top. And guess
Yeah,
what? You're only going to see 2 of them.
exactly. So like doesn't do much. Doesn't
It really doesn't.
unless you're lucky.
Yeah.
Orfist.
I
Orfist?
feel like it's I feel like it's next to Zorga
Do you think next to Zorga? I feel like
because
he just doesn't do much right now. Maybe high doesn't do much, low unlikely. I don't know. I feel like Orfist could be doing more. He calls tokens and he creates Abyssal Dark Knight, gets power off Abyssal Dark Knight. What else does he do?
I suppose that's fair. Like, he does things, but well, he does things, but they're very simple things.
That's what I mean. He doesn't do much.
I suppose that's fair. Yeah, right now Orfist is a little too simple
I,
in
f-
what it's trying
I
to do.
feel like he just needs more support, and the upcoming support in BTO2 definitely helps him actually do something.
Yeah.
Doesn't make him do much more, but he does something. Bruce. Good old boy
Bruce
Bruce.
Bruce is definitely up there.
Yeah, he wins most of his matchups. Like most of these matchups
Yeah.
right here, Bruce is probably going to win.
Yeah.
Like I'm very confident saying that.
Bruce wins a good amount of matchups.
I don't think there's much more to be said about Bruce. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
deck.
Yeah.
I don't think he beats Baromagnus though, because as soon as he loses his pieces on board, it's over.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, you can final rush, but
Now he has to recover from losing everything, you know?
yeah.
Granted, he
Because it's
gets
like,
more soul, but like, if you don't have your rear guards, what the hell are you gonna do?
exactly. Because it's like, oh, hey, all those rear guards you have, they're in your soul now. You might be able to use them to final rush, but what are you going to final rush with?
Right.
Other than your Bruce.
And then we got Eugene, good old Eugene.
Uh, I feel like
Yeah,
he's either next to Orfist or low in unlikely. Because I don't think he beats Orfist.
I just think
But he has a, but he's having a fun time regardless.
I just feel like the deck could do so much more.
Well, that's the
Like,
thing. The deck does stuff. It
but
just doesn't end.
it doesn't do anything.
What do you mean it calls units?
It calls your
It's
over trigger.
it's a pseudo gold paladin deck.
Calls your over trigger. And your PGs.
Oh my god, I just realized something. It's not Shadow Paladin, it's Tachikaze. Eating its own units to retire the opponent and call more. That's
Oh,
Tachikaze.
oh my god. Yeah, I strongly believe he doesn't do much because he doesn't beat Orfist.
Yeah, no, not really. Now I need fan art of Eugene doing the like raptor thing to like the one Triceratops grade 3 for Dragon Empire. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
The one scene in Jurassic World where he's holding his hands up to keep like the velociraptors from eating him. It's like that, but it's Eugene with that Triceratops looking guy.
What do we think about Nirvana?
Uh, um,
I feel like he's up here.
ah,
Unlikely to win the above matchups, beats the below matchups. I feel like Nirvana beats Orfist. Nirvana beats Eugene.
everything beats Hexaorb.
Pretty much unless Hexaorb gets super lucky.
Yeah, because it's like the only thing that it kind of has going for it, and even then, not much, is being able to just filter through your deck, and even then, it's limited filtering.
Now here's the thing about Hexaorb though. If you do get lucky, you have potential to beat all these decks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. If you are lucky with Hexaorb, you could beat Baromagnus. You could beat Bruce. You know what I mean?
Ruth.
Like, but it's just you have to be lucky and get all your pieces. Or else you're just not winning those. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Magnolia.
Definitely up there.
I put Magnolia right here. It's such a good deck. It's such a good deck.
I feel like it beats Bruce, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like all it has to do is just get its rushes off early enough. And I feel like Bruce just struggles too much because
But the
it's
thing
either going to
is,
end up saving the cards for its final rush turn, or it's going to use them all up and have like nothing for its final rush turn.
the thing is with Magnolia though, you can't really rush early. Cuz you need to be on Magnolia to get your aggression.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
That's why I say kind
I
of
don't know. It's just I've had matchups where Magnolia has gotten the better of me a few times. But at the same time, they were games when I couldn't draw to save my life.
Okay, let's just say this tier, it has a better chance of beating the top tier deck, but usually wins these matchups down
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah. It has a better chance, but it's not guaranteed.
Right. So, Seraph Snow.
I feel like
Everyone's
above Magnolia personally.
That's how I feel. That's how I'm kind of biased, but at the same time it's
I know
like
you are.
but at the same time it's like, okay, if you're Magnolia, you're not beating Seraph Snow. I'm sorry.
You're really not.
If you're Zorga, you're probably not beating Seraph Snow. If you're OverDress, you're not gonna beat Seraph Snow. If you're Orfist, you're not beating Seraph Snow. You're not beating Prison. I'm sorry. Eugene, definitely not. Hexaorb if you're lucky.
But then that's everyone.
Yeah, that's the matchup for her for everyone. If you're lucky, you probably win. And then Bastian, it could go either above Bruce or below Bruce. This is the
I
one
feel
that's
like
back
it's
and forth.
slightly a. Oh man. I don't know honestly.
I feel like it could go here or it could go here. It could be either or.
I feel like it depends on the day, but yeah. I feel like Bruce and Bastion are tied, like
Yeah.
for second. It's just a matter of like who's feeling good that day, really.
Yeah, who had that extra blondie shot from Starbucks?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is a good tier list right now. I feel like this is where the
I like.
decks are at right now. Now
Yeah, I agree with how everything is.
you see when my girl gets her support in Festival Collection BT02. Yeah.
Hey now. I don't know about that one, but she'll definitely be up there.
Dude, she gets
She'll
some
definitely be a tier up.
she really gets some good support. She can prison from hand and prison from drop.
Okay, that is pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm only prisoning triggers, and then she gets a card on call, retire something from your prison.
Oh god,
So
because if you do only triggers, you know for a fact they're not going to waste resources to get those.
Yeah, boy, I'm
They're
retiring
not getting them
all
back
your
to
stuff
hand.
and keeping triggers.
Oh man, that's gonna be nuts when it comes out though.
That's what I'm saying. We just I feel this tier list is definitely gonna change by the time BT02 comes out.
Oh, for a fact. But for how it is now with D-BT01 and the current, status of all the decks,
This
I could not agree more with this tier list.
I'm very confident with how this
Honestly,
tier list is right now. Orfist,
I feel like Orfist could be in low, unlikely to win above matchups, beats below matchups, but that's just me.
yeah, yeah, it could be here.
Because I feel like it could occasionally beat Bastion or Bruce. Definitely not Baromagnus, but could on a good day beat Bastion or Bruce.
The only thing is, it's his call 3 tokens isn't once per turn.
Yes, that's why I say on a good day could beat Bastion or Bruce.
Counterblast 4, fill your board.
Exactly.
God damn.
I mean, why you're probably not going to do that unless you have to, but still, you can.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you can.
Yeah,
You know what other deck just gets out 15k beat sticks? Bastion.
that's true. I don't know. I feel like I mean, you could either or. You could put him here, you could put him here. It kind of means the same thing either way.
I suppose that's fair, yeah.
It's just saying he kind of doesn't. I feel like Orfist could do more though.
Yeah, like the deck itself. I feel like it is and kind of doesn't do much. However, it still could beat Bruce and Bastion.
I feel like any of these decks could win their matchups.
Oh yeah, I feel like all of these decks,
But I feel like
except
best
Hexaorb.
of 10, this is how it would look.
Yeah,
Like this
like
would
if
win most of these matchups, like majority out of 10 times. This one
yeah,
and this one. This one kind of like in the 60-70% range. So this one, same thing. This one, kind of the 50-60. This one, like the 40% range, 30-40, and this is like the 20%.
25 on a good day.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Gets half a game. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it gets those games in time
that's the
because
tier list.
it saw the heal trigger it was gonna get.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the tier list, everyone.
Yep.
I
If
feel
you
like,
agree or disagree, please share your thought on what you agree with and what you disagree with.
yeah, hot take or not, don't even matter. You see, we put Baromagnus at the top. That's a hot take.
Yup.
That's a hot take within itself. But I'm confident with that hot take.
Same. I feel like until D-BT02, Baromagnus is gonna be up there.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like it's
yeah,
just too consistent right now and too aggressive.
yeah. And can be conservative when it wants to.
Yes.
But all right, will me and my bro, we might start covering some news on Vanguard. You know, some new releases. We might open up, like, watch the anime with you guys, reaction type things. Yeah,
Give our reviews on it, etc., etc.
yeah, yeah. You know, actually didn't know that the anime team like knows nothing about the card game.
Really?
They do, but they don't.
Yeah, that's why they made it a slice of life.
That kind of hurts my brain.
Yeah, no, so the main reason they made a slice of life, they didn't know a whole lot about the card game and didn't want to pull like a season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh and make it to where, none of the rules make sense, but we're just going with it anyway.
Yeah. All right, guys. Catch you in the next one.
Yep, it's been fun. Until the next time.
Doses.